what? I'm gonna give my take on this. I've watched this, but now I gotta give my take on it. Everybody was talking about it. It's I guess one of the more popular death battles. I have to give my take on it.
Right, Pikachu?
Why they do Ash Ketchum like this? You know what I'm saying? Cause you don't understand. There's leagues to this thing. And I'm not saying Ash Ketchum's not like that. But if we just go like piece by piece, I used to be a power scaler. That's random lore. That's not a good thing either. But I used to be a power scaler. If we just go by like some feats, this shit don't go well, bro.
Ketchum versus Yugi Moto. The biggest question from
Like,
the playground.
we gonna have people like, sure, you know, there's some Pokemon. We go off of the Pokédex entries. Ooh, he moves mountains. Ooh, he's as hot as the sun. And then Yugi pops up. You break the rules, it's over. He'll literally force you to break the rules. He'll break the rules. And then worst part is, like, had he wanted to do some bullshit, you know what he could have done?
Pokemon or
He could have waited for all of them to attack, like the last attack they did. No spoilers, but the last attack they did, if he popped Mirror Force on that, literally all of them get one-tapped. I'm just trying to say, he could literally win with only spell cards. Only spell cards, and he's still slamming them out. And then if we roll out the Egyptian God cards, oh my gosh, it's over. Okay, dude, I just can't hear what to add.
No one ever was better than Gary.
I didn't watch all of this. I did just skip to the end.
Find his answers at the Pokemon League tournament.
So I am kind of curious about how the
Pikachu. And what? He's your problem now, stupid. Pikachu was a lot. The new duo had a rocky start, but after an intense first day together, the rest, as they say, is history. 25 seasons, over 1,200 episodes, and the cornerstone of 2000s culture. Ash spent decades as a 10-year-old on the great Pokemaniac journey. We should note we are prioritizing.
How is she still 10? You know what I'm saying? It's been... I've been watching that show since I was damn near, like, a baby. You gonna tell me 1 year hasn't passed since he started, and since first of all, that's a legendary run, right? If he hasn't aged 1 year since start of getting Pikachu to becoming Pokemon champion, right? Which is legendary, right? All the Pokemon, he had a Greninja. He's traveling to every single region. He's beating everybody up in one region, moving on to the next. That don't take a not long amount of time. That takes time. That takes time. And I'm not even gonna lie. That takes dedication. So doing it in a year, that might be one of the best runs we've seen since like Wemby. You know what I'm saying? Since like Wembyama rookie year, going crazy, winning rookie of the year, and then like, you know what I'm saying? So we don't talk about the fact that it hasn't been a year for him enough. He hasn't even hit puberty yet, by the way. He's been slamming people out.
That's also a Pokemon.
Like,
in a fight, Ash usually chooses
bro.
Pikachu. Give the yellow-red enough voltage and you'll regret it.
Resist electric and steel type attacks, can absorb electricity. Weak to ground types, immune to paralysis. Physical attack may induce paralysis and moveset. Yo, they really were in depth in this and loves ketchup.
Would be immune to electric attacks in the games? Can't stop what this Pikachu dishes out. Yet somehow Ash is just fine after repeatedly getting zapped by this same electricity.
He's superhuman. No. I was watching the video of all the superhuman things he's done. Throwing trees, jumping 70 foot in the air like he's John Morant. Like, can we just talk about it sometimes? He's lifting up like Pokemon that weigh like 600 pounds on one arm. You know what I'm saying? Like, rest in peace, by the way. Gotta say that now.
Like when Pikachu shot himself with his own thunder while on Swellow, who, you know, is vulnerable to lightning. But somehow they used thunder as a super armor. He even learned how to deflect attacks by just spinning really fast. Whee! Speaking of fast, Pikachu has intercepted lightning. but Quick Attack increases that speed even more.
And his Iron Tail really pairs well with Ash's offensive style. The guy plays crazy, opting for big damage over stalling.
Ash's style is so unusual that when a robot scanned his tactics, it exploded.
As the great philosophers put it,
As it should.
if it works, is it still stupid?
Ash and Pikachu's bond is magnetic and brought them new allies. Misty, Brock, Serena, just to name a few. Underneath the stubbornness and crispy bikes, they are loyal friends.
Just like Ash's Pokemon. They're not just
He has
collecting
legendary
shiny
tier
hunting
Pokemon,
bugs. Ash's
but
League ID won't let him carry more than
he
6
doesn't evolve his Pokemon. Now look, there's no way that he should be rocking a Pidgey or a damn Froakie for so long. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. It literally does not make any sense.
But if he needs them, they'll all come running.
Water types like Squirtle and Lapras are key in seafaring fights, and Ash can combine their water attacks with Glalie Ice Beam.
One time, his Weasel got frozen while using Aqua Jet, which is fine. Now he's using Ice Aqua Battering Ram.
Grass types like Bulbasaur and Torterra induce status effects and heal with Synthesis.
But Sceptile's a menace.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you got a big, scary Darkrai. Eat this Leaf Blade, Smeargle victim. Or that's what I would say if Tobias did an action replay of frickin' Latios. Give my man a win, 4Kids.
Well, 4Kids just did the localization. They
Can we
didn't
just get to the goat? Get to the goat.
Almost as much as in
You know what I'm saying?
Flare Blitz.
Let's
Then
get
I'll sit my
to
Inferno
Ash
to
Greninja.
overdrive, get my revenge, and Incineroar.
Ash had a fiery passion for reaching the top ASAP, but Charizard wasn't on board.
Yeah, like
Pursuing
9
Indigo
months
attacks,
type of
Ash lost
ASAP.
the Viridian Force for the trees and fumbled the Indigo lead.
You know what they should have done? I just thought of it now. You know what they should have done? At the end of what's it called? At the end of his the series, you know what I'm saying? When he became Pokemon champion, you know what they should have done? They should have showed him having a birthday to beat the allegations of he doesn't age. They should have made him have his 11th birthday with his mom, with Professor Oak, with Pikachu, with Brock, with all of them. If they made him have a birthday at the end, like the final scene, that would have banged. Also, if they showed a red in the anime, that also would have banged. But that's more of a hot take one. They should have ended it with his birthday.
When he needed. Ash started bonding with Pokemon at a deeper level, and that friendship motivated them to dodge light speed moves like Solar Beam and Psybeam.
Charizard came around too. He's the last one you want to see on the field. Even if you have a Blastoise like Gary, Ash will call for the most
This nigga had so many
unexpected
Pokemon.
signature move.
Seismic Toss! The people's elbow of Pokemon. Charizard's so strong, his flamethrower melts boulders. The Pokemon world is wild.
Ash's Pokedex
No,
spells it out.
'cause that
Helix causes
Pokemon
blizzards.
literally-
Magikarp leaps over mountains and into space. Dusknoir pulls souls into the spirit world.
Oh, and Pikachu cleared a storm as wide as an island. Gotta catch 'em all.
Seems like he
Serpent,
one-tapped
Butterfree,
everybody.
Paragrass, Scraggy. I can rock Palpitoad, Torkoal, Snivy.
With new regions, soar new flying types like Pidgeot. On land, Ash has physical offense like Melmetal and Crocodile, and Gibble will drop Draco Meteors on anyone, but mainly...
That's what I'm trying to say. Gibble will drop Draco Meteors. Not Garchomp. Not Garchomp. Gibble.
Piplup.
You
Like,
are
if he
physical.
evolved that, he
Ash,
would have been
this
once.
dwarf
He could have
somehow
been
carried
King
around a
Pokemon.
Cosmoem, which canonically weighs over a ton. Oh, and this huge log that's basically a whole tree, he chucked it like it was nothing. Ash can choose his own hands if he wants,
Damn.
and he does a lot. Maybe his secret is
Can't
watching the
believe niggas-
Minnesota Vikings.
Resilience is the bare minimum to HMO and cut it in the tall grass. Humans and Pokemon must protect and enrich each other's lives.
Like Mimey, the Mr. Mime back home who mind boggles you with Reflect, Light Screen, and Psychic. Yep, that Mr. Mime. The stepdad who Ash caught in a Pokeball and brought home. Oh, so that's how it works.
Ash figured out new ways to bond with his pals with Aura.
You did think-
It's
do
a
you
life
think,
force that interacts with
Ash's
souls
mom-
and links Ash
Smashed Mr. Mime. I know it's talked about a lot. I gotta say, if it's true, I wouldn't be surprised. But I don't think so. Like, I'm gonna be honest. she don't got no man. And Mr. Mime is just there at all times. I feel like there might be a little bit of tension. It's not in Professor Oak, but we knew about Professor Oak. But Mr. Mime, I think Mr. Mime got just a little bit of a thing going
This
on.
jackal excels at CQC and shoots steel beams and aura spheres. And with Mega Evolution, Lucario's power surges enough to defeat champion Cynthia's Garchomp.
A Mega
Which
would have
is-
been handy at the
Surges enough to defeat champion Cynthia's Garchomp.
A Mega would have been
There's guns in Pokemon? So why doesn't Team Rocket just shoot them and then grab their Pokemon? I thought guns weren't canonically. I didn't know they existed in Pokemon because it wouldn't make sense.
handy
All
at
the criminals are
Safari
using
Zone when
Pokemon
Ash
instead of
accidentally caught 30
guns.
Tauros, and he keeps hugging them. Ash, they're bulls.
Ash genuinely loves his little guys, but boy does it suck to see him lose the Pokemon League over and over again. Kid, just turn the hat backwards and lock in.
Ash's
That's what I'm
strength
trying to
is not
say.
in battle
He
theory,
should have won at
it's
least
in
half of
nurtured
them, but
bonds.
it's alright.
He knows Pokemon feelings better than anyone. With
Yep,
Greninja,
and-
Ash learned to synchronize their senses and movements, transforming him into Ash Greninja.
It comes with a huge power increase, but there's a catch. Ash shares Greninja's pain. A small price to pay for the ultimate water shuriken.
Ash Greninja ran the ones with Champion Diantha's Mega Gardevoir. And just a normal Gardevoir can conjure black holes.
Ash's Pokemon and teamwork get along like rice balls and jelly-filled donuts. They saved the world from Lysander, who tried to kill all life. They fought the giants, the Reggie kind, not the New York ones, who halted Reggie Gigas, who can tow entire regions.
Ash's team battled
Dude,
Steven
this
Stone
don't-
and Alon.
Pokemon
who fought
don't
the
be making
terraforming
sense,
primal
bro.
forms of Groudon and Kyogre.
Yeah, don't get me started on Alon. Ash did everything right, but no, Greninja still lost to his Charizard
The worst fight in all of Pokemon.
after only getting hit 3
The
times.
worst fight
How does
in all of
Blast Burn beat Water
Pokemon.
Shuriken? Get your type
Type advantage,
That's right, poor kids.
a battle bond. Like, bro, I play Pokemon, okay? Battle bond increases special attack, and speed by 2 times, damn near. He should be faster and stronger with the type advantage. Like, especially on that Charizard, okay? If it was Mega Y, you know what I'm saying, where he's actually a dragon, it would make sense. But this one is what? What's the typing of this one? Like fire? There's no way. And even then, right? If I go on Pokemon Showdown right now, I go versus someone, and I get a battle bonded Ash Greninja with my movesets. If I use Water Shuriken one time, he should be getting one tapped. Like, there should be no reason why we just let that slide. Battle Bond? Come on, bro.
Ash traveled to Alola and beyond.
And
to
he
train.
clears,
Thanks to
like,
some
all of the
really delicious
Pokemon,
soup,
bro.
His new
Damn
Gengar
near.
Gigantamaxed.
Hide you, Gengar! He haunts foes with G-Max Terror, or even swallows them up. I bet it smells nasty in there.
Ash and Pikachu also scored a buff with their Z move. All they need is a power ring.
No. I actually don't know how they lost in this area.
10 million volt Thunderbolt! This Rainbow Lightning is their ace. You see this coming? You're cooked. Absorb electricity? Cooked. Fused with an Ultra Beast? Cooked.
Ash journeyed so much that monsters from another dimension are nothing to him.
Like,
Naganadel is
and he
poisonous,
still lost. It doesn't
and
make...
Leo is basically the Sun God, a legendary Pokemon whose Sunsteel Strike lights up the universe.
Ash got a god in his bag for just being a nice dude. Smell you later, Gary.
In fact, when Ash and friends band together, they can halt Dialga's Roar of Time. And Dialga literally controls the concept of time. Is there a legendary Pokemon he hasn't befriended?
But it all started with Pikachu, so it was gonna end with Pikachu. In the Tournament of Champions and Alon, Ash faced the #1 trainer. Finally, after 3,000 years, we're free. 4 kids, let my boy win. Yes.
Finally, bro.
Ash did his best, and he had no regrets.
And he had like a legendary team setup, right? You know what I'm saying? Where's Greninja in this? If Greninja popped up for the final battle, I would have like, ooh, like I understand that, you know, I think we saw a glimpse of him, but bro.
Did his best, and he had no regrets. Now free to hand over his torch to new bright-eyed trainers.
Ash realized that to him, a
I actually have an
Pokemon master
idea.
was someone who was friends with every Pokemon. So he and Pikachu threw a stick in the air and walked the way it landed.
Should have been his
Because in
birthday, by the
world
way.
of Pokemon, the journey continues.
Yo, Pokemon is such a legendary franchise, bro. Like, literally one
If
of the
you wanna
best of
travel
all
the world
time.
like Ash or look as rad as Yugi,
Like-
then we've got the threads for you.
This battle is sponsored by Quince.
You'll like
Didn't we already get an ad?
Death, the Shadow Game.
No, Wiz. They were banished to the Shadow Realm. Wink.
Sadly, the way of the Shadow Games was lost across time and the pieces of the Millennium Puzzle. It's said the one who solves the puzzle would pass judgment on evil, and in the modern day, Yugi Muto reassembled it and wished for a friend.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Turn that jam up! Yugi was a shy kid that helped run his grandpop's game shop.
But little did
Titled
he know
in
that
King of
completing
Games,
the puzzle would
legendary
lead to an
titles.
ancient pharaoh.
Yami, always willing to lend Yugi a hand, and always on demon time while doing so. He's anime Jigsaw. Yami wants to play a shadow game.
Did you know Yu-Gi-Oh didn't originate as a card game? It started off as like an edgy comic, right? They was talking about some like high school edgy thing, but then they played in like a few chapters, and everybody preferred the card game, so they're like, yeah, let's just continue with that one. Screw the other thing. But they was talking about some like, they wanted to bang the girl, I forgot her name. Joey was like a little delinquent. Bro, Yami, oh my gosh, Yami was just a menace in society. Trying to slime people out and stuff.
Whether it's Griddle Air Hockey, Mario Party with Chloroform, or the game that would take his world and ours by storm, Duel Monsters.
It's a summoner's war. Time to send monsters to the graveyard and take your foe down to 0 life points.
When Yugi's grandpa was kidnapped by the deranged CEO, Seto Kaiba, Yugi knew it was time to knock him down the only way he knows how, playing a children's card game.
And for his L, Kaiba was given a penalty game. Lose or cheat against
There's
Yami
nothing
at home.
childish about playing Yu-Gi-Oh, okay? First, it is one of the most rage-inducing games you'll ever see in your life. You know, I'm not saying it's Brawlhalla tier, but I'll say it's on it's like a tier, 2 tiers below. Because watching your opponent combo for 7 minutes, 8 minutes to get to your turn, and you draw a brick. Now you're looking at your hand, looking at your 5 cards. I could play this. You get through all of their little negates, all of their all 12 of their negates. Alright, it's time for me to lock in. They have 4 hand traps that you didn't know of. Because why would you know? And then on top of that, on draw phase, Max C popped. You know what? Just kill me now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain points where it's just, that doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter anymore. It doesn't even matter. Because you're going to tell me I'm doing all of that, all of this. I'm watching you play the game for ages. Maxi, like, just ban that card. And now they have a Mold Charmies. You rocking 2 things to draw 2 cards every special. You know what? Oh, I didn't mean to do that, bro. Watch this legendary skip. It was right here. It was not here. It was here. Nope, it was here.
Send monsters to the graveyard and take your
4th
foe
try.
down to 0 life points.
When Yugi's grandpa was the only way he knows how, playing a children's card game.
Nah,
And
it's not.
for his
It's
L,
not for
Kaiba
kids,
was given
bro.
a penalty game. Lose lose or cheat against Yami at your own
Maybe
peril.
back in the good
With
old
the
days,
puzzle,
but-
Yami can punish you in some seriously messed up ways. Illusions of being set on fire, swapping
Hey.
your soul, or the infamous Mind Crush.
The Millennium Puzzle does far more than.
He could
force
literally send him to the
elimination.
Shadow
It brings
Realm and
monsters
end the
to
fight
reality,
instantly.
Forms barriers, manipulates probability, and seals away spirits.
You can't buy this.
Did we just hear that? Probability manipulation.
It and 6 other Millennium items are juiced up by Ghost.
Others have used penalty games at will to encounter the game, but Yami doesn't resort to them unless he wins or catches. That's what I'm trying to say. If Ash cheats, I saw people. I saw someone drew right of Yugi playing a card and then getting punched by Ash, like as a way of saying Ash would win. Bro, he gets punched. All right, bet you're in the Shadow Realm. 30 blue eyes white dragons surrounding you, right? Your biggest nightmare comes up. They finna have Dark Magician Girl pop up, talking about some, hey, trying to get down in diggity. You're gonna be like, bet. Turns into Celtic Guardian. Right in front of your eyes. Mid boom. Imagine. He just turns into like Mr. Mime for Ash Ketchum. Like, I'm just trying to say,
Despite Yami's
there's
retribution,
some,
Yugi wasn't aware of this darker
like-
half. Yami had amnesia, so he didn't know himself either. But after a run-in with enemy Millennium Ring user Dark Bakura and some seriously hardcore LARPing, Yugi and Yami learned each other's shtick and made the dynamic duo.
With friends Taya, Tristan, and their left leg Joey,
hear me out. Hear me out. This isn't a hot take. It's pretty lukewarm. Taya kind of bad. You know what I'm saying? Taya kind of
Yugi and
bad.
Yami were ready for
But that's
anything.
alright.
Because Yugi had a
Move on.
great early deck. Monsters for offense, spells for effects, and traps for setups. Oh, and Exodi... Oh, there they go.
Okay, if Yugi's deck is so good, why isn't it the meta? Put me in, coach. Face my 2,000 card deck.
Don't be too quick to judge. Yugi's a very clever strategist. His style works best.
Bruh,
at
this shit don't work.
maximizing
If I
use
build
of
this shit in
so-called
Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel right now, I'm getting
Cool
slimed
story,
out
Wiz,
every
but
single match I
What's he
play.
gonna do about the 3 blue eyes Kaiba's got aiming at his dome?
Simple. Summon the monster card Karibo and have him multiply. With a 1,000 strong meat shield, a dragon's breath is a gentle breeze.
Well, okay. Didn't know Yugi had that dog in him. But I'm about brute force. Buster Blader and Celtic Guardian are sick, nasty swordsmen. Summon Skull shoots bolts of lightning. And the giant soldier of stone can destroy moons.
Time Wizard's better. It's a living clock that fast forwards or rewinds a local area of time, turning monsters to infants or wizards into wise sages.
Speaking of wizardry, you can't have a Yugi deck without his right hand, Dark Magician, and his apprentice,
That
Dark
wasn't even
Magician
Dark-
Girl.
Both are masters of dark magic, and Yugi often pairs them with the damage redirecting magic cylinder. Now that's thinking with portals.
There's support monsters.
Magic
too.
Cylinder
Catapult
just
Turtle is a
slimes
bot with
out
a cannon
anything
that
Ash Ketchum
literally
can do, by the way.
launches
Can't even talk
other
about that.
monsters.
You can run
And
3 in
when
the deck.
Yugi comboed
He
it
sets
with
all 3, it's
Gaia and
over.
Swords of Revealing Light, which immobilizes monsters, they brought down an entire fortress. Wait, that's not how the card game works. Is he cheating?
Well, we're prioritizing the manga and anime over anything else, which can differ from the real world card game.
Yugi also has tons.
Differ is an understatement, bro. They was normal summoning Dark Magician. They was summoning six at the turn. They was doing some mumbo jumbo, bro. They were doing everything.
Of spell cards. Monster Reborn resurrects a fallen friend. Turn Jump is a time skip. And Pot of Greed lets Yugi draw 2 more cards like
Pot of Greed.
which lets him draw 2 more cards like...
If things get dicey, he has more trap cards to level the field, like Dimension Sphinx, which reflects damage directly back at the opponent's life points.
And if his
Wait.
monsters and life points get wiped, he can just
Did-
press Control Z with Mirage Ruler to get them all back.
Pair these cards with Yugi and Yami's
Yugi
teamwork,
ran
and
a
nothing can
burn
stand
deck
their
in
way.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Not even the game's own.
Magic Cylinder. The Sphinx thing. He had something, so if he takes damage, then he can get it back. And then he just had a bunch of like fodder beater. He had Karibo to stop the battle. He was playing a burn deck, just a butt one.
Read minds. So in their duel, Yugi and Yami kept swapping souls Freaky Friday style, trusting each other to pick up on the strategies they left behind. And the mind reader was stumped. Yeah, they cheated.
No, Pegasus was reading their minds. Regardless, Yugi and Yami are an excellent dueling pair. Yami trusts Yugi to improve on his plans, while Yugi expects Yami to be his bolder half.
They're not just smart. These card-slinging geeks are somehow expected to be fit enough to dodge lasers, resist getting their souls ripped out, and survive attacks from duel monsters. Even the most common duel monster can cause tsunamis, rain down meteors, and wreck cities.
And all of this power culminated in Battle City, hosted by Kaiba Corp.
Imagine this was in real life. Like, imagine your average guy could just summon something to destroy the planet if they wanted to.
Wanted the 3 Egyptian god
Like,
cards
this is
to take them
insane.
out. These cards were Slifer, the Electric Dragon, Ra, the God Phoenix, and Obelisk, who strikes with the power
Obelisk
of
is
the-
mid.
This was a
All my
different
homies hate
game
Obelisk.
altogether,
No,
but
we don't
Yugi
hate him,
was
but
starting
he's
to
the worst
stand
out of
on
the
his own
3.
2 feet.
So
I'm gonna be
Yami
honest,
and Yugi
Obelisk
kept
is definitely the
dueling
worst
on
out of the
in a
3,
battle
in
city
my
that never
opinion.
wants to end
You know what I'm saying?
or
He's
stop
mid.
bullying
Screw
God.
my
But
opinion.
to
He's
claim
just
the
mid.
Egyptian gods, Yugi and
Obelisk,
Yami had to
bro,
face
Slifer
them in
clears,
duels,
Raw. They're so
pulling
much
off some
cooler.
ridiculously
Obelisk is
high
just a
IQ
big
plays.
guy that just
When
punch.
battling Slifer, they
I look
used a
outside, I
handful
probably
of
see
weak
30 of them.
cards to create an infinite combo of attacks that went past the god's limits.
And later, Yugi combined Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl's magic into Black Burning Magic, promptly defeating Ra.
This ain't new for the magicians. In the movie Bonds Beyond Time, they did something similar against Paradox. It's kind of crazy that together, the magicians can defeat the 10-star gods,
bond
which
between
are
the
way
teacher and
stronger than
student. That's,
mid-tier
I know that
monsters
card.
that are
I know that
5 to
card.
9 stars.
Mid-tier cards aren't pushovers. Darkhold Dragon is a sentient black hole, planet alignment moves solar systems, and Jaden's Glow Neos destroyed a relativity field that spawned an entire universe.
But at the top would be the great evil god Zork, who showed up to plunge existence into the realm of darkness. It was time for Yugi to finish the puzzle of who Yami really is.
If the monsters weren't real before, they sure were now. Everyone has soul energy, Ba, which manifests as Ka, or a spirit. When used in tandem with the bonds of his cards, Yugi can will duel monsters into reality, even drawing anyone he wishes by believing in the heart of the cards.
I knew it!
I can't do
cheating
that.
all this time.
So he's been
He doesn't
cheating.
just make
That's
up
correct.
rules, he's stacking his deck.
Not at all. For Yugi, drawing the card he needs isn't just luck, it's an actual skill that he developed. It's even expanded in following series like GX and 5Ds.
Okay, well, I'd be the king of games too if I could just decide I have a royal flush every round.
Whatever. Yami rediscovered his Egyptian
He got a point.
past,
He
his
got a
multiple
point.
lifelong bonds, and his real name, Atem. Claiming his place as the ruler of the afterlife, Atem fused the
Yo,
Egyptian
Yami
cards
got
to
some
summon
aura to
the
him.
creator of light.
She's the ultimate duel monster who banished
Like, he
Zork
got-
and
he
all of his
fitted up
scary
in
darkness for
everything.
good. The epitome of screw you, I win.
No kidding, for Harakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's multiverse with that same light. Judgment had passed. Across many duels, evil was
Hold on. Repeat that one more time for the people in the back.
with that same light.
You, I win.
No kidding, for Harakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's multiverse with that same light.
They casually pop in creation abilities. The thing that created everything. They just pop that up as a
Judgment
base
had
skill.
passed. Across many
By the
duels,
way, can we
evil
talk about that?
was vanquished. There was only one more thing left to do.
A post
Were they flying? I don't remember that.
Yugi and Atem.
Their farewell was both climactic and bittersweet.
Oh, I
Yugi
remember
had
this, though.
grown as a duelist and a person. His victory proved that he no longer needed Atem's help to be his bolder half.
Even when Atem was an entire dimension away or busy slapping the end of existence, he and Yugi would always be bros. Okay, it should have been me, not him. I'm sorry I called you a cheater. I was jealous. You're so cool.
Yugi
Like
moved
that,
on
yo,
to a
that's some
career in game
aura.
design
Yo, Yugi? Like,
and passed the
come
torch to
on,
future
bro. You
duelists.
can't even
He would
hate
be
on him.
remembered as the
Regardless if
greatest
you
duelist
mad that
there
ass got
ever
slime,
was.
that get slimed
Except
out.
for Kaiba, who
Bro,
tried to
he's
ascend
got
to
too
the
much
afterlife
aura for
to
you not to
rematch
like him,
Atem.
bro.
Goes to show you that money can't buy
Like,
you
come
happiness.
on,
but
man.
it
You
sure
know
can buy you
he
a
literally
sweet
like
rocket
that.
ship.
There will always be another story, another duel, another game, and you won't find yourself a better opponent than the king of games.
You're right. You're right.
The Battle of the Millennium is about to start, but we wouldn't be able to
I
make it
coulda
happen
gave
without some help from our
Crocodile,
friends at
the
Raycon.
glasses.
That's right.
Triple? They got so much they need to rock 3 in one video? Oh my, I've never seen a triple.
Before we start, let's lay some ground rules.
We're treating this as a real-time fight, much like typical battles in the Pokemon anime and duels later on in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. And given that the rules of Pokemon and duel monsters are clearly incompatible, we'll allow them to summon anything that's reasonably available to them.
It's time to death battle!
Now look, I don't agree with Death Battle most of the time. They got some takes that's question markable, but it's alright. This one I have to do. Actually, the art style has been getting a lot better. Like they moved on to like 3D before. I remember it was just 2D.
You okay, Pikachu? This Furon 4 is tricky. Hang in there.
You have Spirit, but I have Lightning Blade and Excalibur to boost my attack. And I set one card face down
That's what I
to end
see.
my turn.
Whoa. Okay, guys, it's our turn now.
2 turn-based
Pikachu,
games.
him up with quick attack. Everyone else, back him up.
Yo, we know they all don't listen to the rules pack though. Hush, 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 hush.
Great job. Now, Thunderbolt.
Don't get ahead of yourself. You forgot about my face down card. Rise!
Sphinx.
Dimension Sphinx!
Hey! Now look, that's not possible. That's cheating. Right there, he could have just deleted him from existence.
Oh, I get it. Good thing we brought them all, right, Pikachu?
What do you mean, them all?
Again, that's also cheating. You can't just bring. You have a deck limit, okay? Can't have more than 60. That looks like you have about 80. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, okay. I was letting Ash bring all of his. Look what he just drew 5 for turn. He just drew 5 for turn. When did I have that capability? Okay. Not only that, he normal summoned every single one. Bro, this guy, you can't even normal summon. You can only special summon through banishing. This guy, you can't normal summon without tributing. This guy, you need a tribute. Like, he's just cheating. The only legal summon, I don't even know who this is. This don't even look like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Nigga, it says Magic the Gathering. The only legal card is this one. He's cheating. He just summoned Buster Blader. He's about to banish one. Or gain attack. Or attack twice. Like, this is not fair. Like, what? When did they multiply? See, if I had that shit, I'm just saying, yo, that's a combo of doom suplex for dome off of. Rest in peace, bro. Hey! One tap? I just realized. Like, at no point there should be a man doing that. Slifer should one tap everybody there. He's literally as big as, yep, he's bigger than the stadium. Oh my gosh, that animation was immaculate. Yo, that was actually phenomenal. Hey. That was a good little thing. Okay, now Gengar gets one tap by Slifer, if I'm being honest, but... Oh, that's the goal! Hey! Wait a minute. Okay.
I'm sorry, partner. Don't worry. It's my turn now.
Now's your time to really go off. You still have Slifer, by the way. Can we just talk about it? Heart of the card.
To believe in the heart of the cards.
He's drawing 5 for turn. Like, it's not fair. Did he pop both of the Morgamits or whatever? Like, what do you mean you're drawing 5 for turn?
Pokemon!
You gotta be popping everything. Okay.
This is it. Magicians, flash burning magic. Harakti.
This is how you make a man crash out. Drawing 5? Bro, they're both just cheating at this point.
Pikachu, let's finish this. Together!
Z power. Hey. Did he just transform Fitz? That's fire. Time for the rainbow beam. And guess what? Baited. Magic cylinder. Watch it.
With it, I'll send your Thunderbolt back to attack your light points directly.
Now look. First of all, you guys were sparring. There was no need to actually kill him. Second, pause a second. No. That pause was fine, actually. Let's check the unevolved Pokemon. 1. Okay, hold on. Matter of fact, let me turn on webcam real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna let this one slide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a Floatzel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Oh, it still goes? Nobody else? Excuse.
That was an
Bro.
awesome duel, Ash.
Bro, that's Aura, by the way. Can we talk about that? No. Because maybe he had more of a chance if he evolved all his Pokemon. If he had a Garchomp, if he had a Venusaur, parking status effects. Like, it's a phenomenal. It was a good fight.
Oh, my childhood. Whiz, quick! I need your tears. We can save him.
There's a lot to this, so let's break it down by experience, strategy, and monsters. Starting with experience. Both Ash and Yugi have risen to the top, beating the best of the best, and traveled all over the world.
But Ash traveled more, was in more tourneys, and saved the world way more often.
Why didn't... No. Because if we're pulling out everything, why didn't Yugi pull out all 3 of the God cards? I won't say Exodia because that would have ended the fight instantly. And why didn't Ash pull out Lugia, pull out Ho-Oh, Tapu Koko, bro, Dialga, Rayquaza, bro, Giratina, bro, Arceus.
Despite what people say, he wins a lot.
Even Atem's stint as the Pharaoh doesn't tip the scale since he wasn't in charge for very long. Plus, Pokemon evolve over time, literally and figuratively. While Yugi's deck is obviously adjustable, the cards are unchanging, unable to grow like Ash's Pokemon.
So Ash wins in experience, but when it comes to strategy, he's a wild card.
He's skilled at improvisation and using the environment to win. Even machines cannot comprehend his tactics.
But the same goes for Yugi. Gotta remember, Yugi and Atem's teamwork is second to none. They're masters at exploiting weaknesses, setting up tricks, and surprising foes with so-called weak cards.
Both could likely adjust to each other's unpredictability, so a Dark Horse-style win was unlikely.
But Ash's secret weapon is his bond with his Pokemon, boosting their power. I'm not just talking about Pikachu. His power of friendship invented an evolution for Greninja. That's crazy. Ash's trust in his Pokemon knows no limits.
Silly as it may sound, Yugi trusts his deck in the same way. The heart of the cards is real, and Yugi is determined to support his monsters with spells, traps, and buffs. Look at his duels with Merrick and Paradox, where he bolstered his weaker cards to take down gods. With Ba and Ka, his bonds with his cards manifest them into reality, not so dissimilar from Ash Greninja.
Yeah, Ash has aura, but he never mastered it. And specialties like Mega Evolution and Gigantamax, while awesome, only work with specific Pokemon.
And since Ash focuses on offense far more than support, Yugi could control the pace of the fight with cards like Swords of Revealing Light and Magic Cylinder.
But I know some of you are asking, what if Ash threw hands? The kid's strong enough to chug trees and lift baby gods. Just punch
then
him,
he
man.
would get
well, Yugi's similarly tough, and the Millennium Puzzle can make shields, steal ghosts, cast illusions, and mess with minds. If Ash actually tried to punch him, it'd be Mewtwo all over again.
It's a close call, but Yugi takes the edge.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, right? It don't even matter. Ash could get these two, just this, literally just because of this. Yugi clears by margins. There was like out of 10 fights, Yugi wins 10 fights. Like there's like maybe one if Yugi decides, you know what, I don't even want to do this shit no more. You know what, just kill me. You know, but bro,
it all comes down to the
it's
monsters.
Literally,
Yugi had a slightly larger pool of monsters, but Ashes can clear out island-wide storms, fight terraforming beasts, and are stronger than the black hole summoning Gardevoir.
However, Yugi's can rain down meteors, compete with larger black holes, and even the mid-tiers scale to Glowdios, destroying that relativity field with a universe. And Herakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's whole multiverse, surpassing even Solgaleo's Sunsteel Strike and Dialga's Roar of Time.
And Yugi had more than just monsters on the field.
Can we talk about
Ash's strength was
okay, we're not addressing the fact that he drew 5 per
his
turn.
weakness. His power was evenly
And
spread,
normal
relying
summon,
only on his
like,
remaining
8
Pokemon.
If Mr. Mime faints,
on
no more
illegals.
psychic barriers. If he lost Lucario, no more Mega Evolution, and so on. The longer the battle went, the less Pokemon Ash had, and he did not have a reliable way to bring them back. He doesn't carry revives on him, and even then, reviving Pokemon in the anime is entirely different from the games. Meanwhile, Yugi had cards like Mirage Ruler and Monster Reborn that could instantly recall
I disagree
powers
with
he's
this.
lost.
And he
Cause look, right? If the battle were to stall on long, even though it wouldn't, even had it stalled on long, Yugi's running out of cards, and it's over for him. What are you gonna do with no cards? He can't. He loses the duel.
banned Fate to draw whatever card he wants, and we didn't even cover them all. Really, Yugi's deck has no pathetic cards.
Exactly. Yugi's versatility and power swept Ash's options, giving his monsters the lead. He just needed the right moment to knock Ash stone cold.
That was a good attempt at a pun, Wiz. You might not think it's Pharaoh, but Ash got Yugi owned.
The winner is Yugi Moto.
We knew that, right? We wasn't surprised by this at all. Like, literally, if you were surprised at the fact that Yugi won, there might be something off. But it's not surprising that he lost. But there's some cheating ass niggas. Normal. Okay. No. Because look. Let's just go through the cheating both of them. I'm still pressed about Yugi, right? Because if I can't do that, why can't he? And I'm not gonna give him that he's normal. He used 4 Morgamites, right, to draw 5. But you're gonna tell me, right, that he normal summon. First of all, he normal summoned Slifer for the Sky Dragon. That's a level 10, level 12 monster right there that he normal summoned for the fun of the game. This guy Ash Ketchum, he brought in 50 Pokemon. Okay, probably more. He brought in a lot of Pokemon. 30 Tauros. He brought in so much. First of all, he can only carry 6 Ash Ketchum, right? Second of all, you can only have 60 cards. Okay, now if we exclude the drawing 5 per turn, the man was okay, normal summoning higher levels. Okay, that's fine. Buster Blader? And not the basic one? You chose out of all the Buster Blader cards, you chose the one where you have to banish one light monster and one dark monster from your graveyard. To special summon him. Not no normal. You normal summon a special monster, a special summon monster. You might have just G7. Okay, you might as well just full comboed on him and just been like, oh yeah, hold on, give me like 8 minutes. Okay, give me 8 minutes, Ash. Let me finish my turn. And then you're gonna try something negated. Like, you might as well just done that. What do you mean you're cheating like this? This was such a fire. This is fire. This is fire. But I'm not gonna lie, it's still my favorite thing. Oh my gosh. This quality was immaculate. It was my this one scene, my favorite thing in the fight. That quality is so nice. That's so nice.